Hey, we are back on the Silverfox Hustle Podcast. This is episode number 38. Now, before we go on, at the end of the podcast, like I always say, please click on the follow or subscribe button, and also leave a review. If YouTube is your thing, now just search for the Silverfox Hustle Podcast on YouTube and subscribe to that channel as well. Now, if you don't already know, this podcast is all about showcasing my guests and their hustle in a hope that it inspires listeners out there. Now, I am very, very, very happy to have my next guest on the show because there's always a first time. And for the very first time in the Silverfox Hustle podcast, I have a former Miss Universe Singapore, and I'm so very happy. And something tells me it's going to be a great show today, right? Now, she was the Miss Universe Singapore 2014, and she represented Singapore in Miami for the main competition. Now, she has obviously after that appeared in numerous shoots and of course magazines, and she has spent 3 months in the fashion capital Milan. She is going to talk about that as well later on. Now, before that, right, she was a former pharmaceutical technician at a vet center, and currently she is also the center manager of F45, and she's managing 2 branches at the moment. Welcome to the Silverfox Hustle Podcast, the motorbike riding, animal saving, personal trainer, beauty queen, Miss Rathi Menon.
Thank you, Sashi, for inviting me over to your podcast. You know what? This is my first podcast,
Really?
so I'm maybe a little bit excited to be on the show with you, and I hope I don't spill too much about myself.
You are supposed to spill
Okay,
no,
I will.
almost everything, right? Almost everything. Now, don't be nervous, right? Just be yourself and let's have a conversation. Now, you seem to be very bubbly, very positive, very energetic. You know, from what I see, from your IG stories and your IG accounts. I don't want to say this, but I've been stalking you. Yeah, in inverted commas, I have to do that, right? But are you always like that? How are you always energetic?
Well, I eat a lot, so my energy comes from food.
Right.
But yeah, I would say I'm not so much different from what you see me on social media.
Okay.
And in real life. I'm pretty much the same. I keep it real.
Okay.
Of course, when there's camera, you do a little bit more drama.
Okay.
But yeah, apart from that, I like to see things in a very positive manner. Everything that I do in life.
Right.
And I'm glad that people see that through me as well.
Nice. Now let's go back a little, right? When you were a little kid, the little Rathi, what was family like? Do you have any siblings, and how your parents and stuff like that?
Yes, I have. I mean, I come from a middle class family. For the most part, I can only remember my parents working night shift.
Okay.
So me and my siblings, I have a older sister and a older brother as well.
Right.
I'm the youngest.
Oh, you're the youngest.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are very close knitted.
Okay.
While my parents are out working, we usually would be busy doing the house chores and all of that.
You do the house chores?
Of course. my mom has trained me to do all the house chores so that eventually when I get married, no one has anything to say about me. Any bad stuff.
That's a good way to put it, right? Siblings, so you're very close with them. So you're the youngest. Are you
Yes.
the most spoiled as well?
No, I
You
feel
sure?
like with my sister especially, I'm very close with her.
Okay.
It feels like I have 2 mothers.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's very strict. I mean, I'm super close with her, but she's
Okay.
still strict with me as well, especially when I was probably during my teenage years.
Right. So wait, she was strict with you only because you were the mischievous one?
No, maybe because I look up to her for
Yeah?
guidance always.
Right. Which school did you go to? Which schools did you go to?
I started off with Bridal Primary, and then it merged to First Toa Payoh Primary,
Right,
and then went on to Bendemeer Secondary School,
Okay.
and then did my diploma in Nanyang Polytechnic, and then graduated
What
my
course?
degree. Nanyang Polytechnic was chemical and pharmaceutical
Ah,
technology.
right.
That explains my
Okay.
my job.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then after that I went to take my degree in human resources management
Okay.
in UNICEF.
Right. And what kind of a student were you?
I mean, I'm not an A student for sure.
Okay.
B for the most part.
Yeah.
I love mathematics, so that I scored pretty well. I'm not at all a science person.
Okay.
I'm very arts.
Why pharmaceutical? in Nanyang? Is it
No,
like
actually, my first choice was mass communication.
Right,
I didn't
okay.
get that.
okay?
This was pharmaceutical was my third choice,
Okay.
and then I remembered wanting to appeal for, because you could appeal, right?
Yes.
And then my mom told me, she said, no, I think it's best you just take what's given. I think it's a sign from the gods above. And yes.
and for listeners who obviously can't see, she just rolled her eyes. Okay, right. And
Yeah.
you didn't really particularly agree with that.
No, I didn't. I was
Right.
like, okay, whatever, let me just do. But it's not bad. I mean, I pulled through, but I realized, and then I even worked in the even during my attachment, I pretty much realized that this is probably not a wanted, but I
Okay.
still gave 1 year wanted 1 year of experience in ExxonMobil.
Okay.
I was working there for a year.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was just too much of confinement. I was confined in the lab.
Right.
And I realized that, I want to go out and meet people and
Okay.
talk. So
Right.
so it's great that I got an experience, but realized that's not what I want to do.
Right. Now growing up, like along the way, right, as you were growing up, primary, secondary school, and poly and stuff like that, was there any inkling in your mind, your head, thinking that this could be the route, like beauty pageants, fitness, right now what you're doing? Was there any inkling in your head that this is gonna be it? Were you tall to start off with?
Yeah, I've always been tall. Like
Yeah?
even from primary school, even in kindergarten, I remember always being the tallest person in class.
Person.
Yeah. And then but no inkling. I mean, I've had people coming up to me, even got scouted by random people telling me that I should join the modeling industry and all of that, but I didn't pay attention to that at all.
In secondary school.
Or poly, between them.
Right.
But didn't really occur to me that I should try something like that. So I just brushed it away. It was not an interest to begin with. It's not like I grew up watching all these competitions or pageants and stuff.
Yeah.
I was aware, but not really obsessed or anything like that. Didn't follow through as well. But yeah, I mean, I joined because it was my sister who suggested. I think I remember I had broken up with my ex-boyfriend back then.
Okay.
And she was like, what are you doing with your life? Why don't you just go and try this?
Was this after poly or?
Yeah, after poly.
Right. Okay. I'll stop you right there. Right. You talk about that the pageantry and stuff like that. Your love for pets.
Yes.
Right. Or animals in general. Right. How did that come about? Did you have a pet before when you were growing up?
Yeah, I've always been fostering cats.
Okay. Always.
Always, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't. My sister and me, we don't have an intention to like bring to take care of a cat.
Yeah.
But when we see a sick cat downstairs, we don't have the heart to just leave it down, right?
Okay.
So for the most part, I'm always bringing back cats home.
Okay.
To give them comfort care, for the last part, taking care of them. So it was always like that. And with this recent cat that I have, she just refused to leave. I found her when she was a kitten.
Okay.
And she was one of those who just refused to leave, and then she just became my pet.
Your pet.
Yes.
Nice. That's wonderful. But so you were always doing this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, right? What's your cat's name?
Moi Moi.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know, something about her tells me like she's a Chinese cat. I don't know. And then the name just suits her.
Okay, fine. I'll take that, right? Okay, so your work as a pharmaceutical tech, right? Let's talk about your experience there. This was after poly or?
Yeah, about 2 years after
poly.
So
what was your role there? And where's this place?
It was in Mount Pleasant Vet Center.
Right.
It's Jalan, two outlets, somewhere in Whitley Road, and then we moved to Jalan Gelenggang. Okay. They've got many branches.
Okay.
So I was a pharmacy tech. I was specializing in controlled drugs for the pets.
Okay.
So like basically just taking care of the meds.
Right.
And then I wasn't a vet tech, so wasn't really dealing with the clients, which is the cats and the dogs.
Right.
But I have had so much of hands-on with them as well, especially when did a lot of registering as well. So when owners bring their pets in, I'll have to carry these cats or dogs up and put them where they're supposed to be and stuff. So it was very good. experience, you see a lot of you realize how difficult owners can get when,
Yeah?
yeah, of course. I mean, the pets are not difficult, it's the owners, right?
Give me an example. This is interesting. Give me an example.
I've seen like really from sad to ugly. So sad is obviously when you
Yeah.
you come in
Yeah.
and you know the you bring in a dead cat or a dog,
Yeah.
and the owner is refusing to acknowledge the fact that it has already passed on. So you got to see things like that.
Wow.
And then you will also see things like you bring in a dog that is, that has maggot infested wound,
Right.
and you just know that it's been neglected for many months,
okay.
and then suddenly the owner is coming and claiming that like she wasn't aware and
Okay.
things like that. So it's like, so much of neglect.
Yeah.
And
Is there anything that can be done with this? Like to the owner who has been so called, neglecting and I don't know, this is cruelty to animals,
I
isn't it?
know. No, we don't go towards that path.
Yeah.
Well, we only see from the animal's perspective what
Right.
we can do best for them. At the end of the day, it's really up to the owners what they're
Right.
going to do with them even when they get back home.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So actually
And a lot of abandoned
Yeah.
animals as
So
well.
actually in a day's work you go through lots of emotions
Oh
throughout
yes,
the day,
I
right?
am a very emotional person.
especially dealing with the
Yes,
the
with
owners and
animals,
the animals
yeah.
as well. Nice. Let's talk about your other love, right? Your motorbikes.
Yes. Oh, it's really it's my one and only love. Like my whole life now, I've been riding for 10 years, and it's been the same bike.
The same bike. What bike is this?
This is Honda Super 4
Right.
Rebel. Yeah,
Okay.
bought this like 10 years ago.
Why motorbikes? I mean,
Again,
you could have just gone around and gotten a class 3.
Well, I do have
you
a class
you
3.
do have,
Yes.
right? But your first one was the bike.
The bike, yes. The bike was purely just to explore. Like
Right.
my sister was taking her bike license,
Right.
and she failed several times.
Okay.
She failed so many times, and I was like, what's
Nisha,
wrong?
what's wrong with you, Nisha?
I was like, why is she failing? So I told myself, when I turn 18, I'm going to see what is this fuss about.
How old is she? Oh, is it?
She's
okay?
4 years older than
Okay,
me.
right. Okay.
So I was just waiting till I turned 18 years old, and I wanted to
Okay.
experience it for myself. And then when I got onto the bike, oh, by the way, she never made it through.
Still now,
She came up eventually.
Nisha, that's probably the right choice. Sorry, Nisha. Right. Okay. And yeah.
So so I went to the driving center, enrolled myself, got onto the bike, and I was mind blown with the experience of me on the bike, and
Okay.
I just love the adrenaline rush you get on a two wheel.
Okay. Okay.
And then from then on, I got all 3 classes,
Ah.
2B, 2A, and class 2.
And wait, the motorbike one, you passed on the first
Yes,
everything,
yeah.
and I also heard that without any demerit points. You see, I told you I've been doing my research.
Well, that part. There is a story to it. I was practice because I didn't had any 2B, no smaller bikes as
Yeah.
experience, right?
Right.
And I think back then we weren't allowed to rent bikes even if you
Okay.
had the license.
Okay.
So you needed to own a bike or be a sub rider for someone else, and I wasn't with anyone else.
Right.
So I had to practice a lot. Like that,
Ah.
my practice sessions were crazy.
Okay.
So I did tons of practice. So that explains.
Yeah. Right. But well done, brilliant.
Thank you.
Any chance that you change your bike anytime
You know,
soon?
it's-
This is a 400cc bike.
Yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah, it was quite difficult because usually you'll have the 100+ cc, right?
Yeah.
Riding for a year. That's even why you're given a probation period.
Right.
But for me, I was like, I already knew that I wanted this bike, and then I told myself,
Wow.
let's just wait for another year and just get this straight.
Or after the first the probation,
Yeah, so for 1 year, just didn't ride any bike, and then
got
yeah.
into the 400cc bike.
Yes.
Wow, powerful bike. Well done,
Yes.
brilliant. Hoping to see you change your bike soon, maybe. But okay. Your cat's name is Moi Moi. What's your bike's name? Everyone has a name for like a bike. And
It's a hot stuff.
hot stuff.
Yeah.
Your bike's name is Hot Stuff. Thank you. Rathi, Miss Universe, right? Now you spoke about your sister. Was it your sister who?
Yeah, who
Yeah.
just told me to just sign up for it.
At which stage were you? Were you just after poly?
After
working
poly,
at
while
the,
I was working at the vet
Okay.
center, yeah.
Okay, and what was your reaction? You said
I was like, okay, I'll just give it a try.
Yeah.
With zero expectations.
And you obviously, right? You did not have.
Modeling experience.
Yes, exactly. Were you daunted by the task, or?
I honestly just, step my foot into it and wanting to see how this
Okay.
is gonna be. It's
Okay.
To me, it was really just trying to explore. So I went for the audition, and to be very honest, my catwalk wasn't that great back then, like, 'cause no experience, right? But then I saw my competitors,
Yeah.
and I was like, maybe this is not that of a tough game.
Right.
So yeah, that motivated me.
Now, tell us, the listeners at home as well, right? Because you took part in a pageant, and people want to know, what is it like? Okay, so you signed up,
Yes,
and then they call you.
yes, they call
And
you.
what is the first stage now?
The first interview is gonna be you. Before that, you're obviously gonna send in your profile with
Right.
the pictures and all, right? So for those who are interested, you need to get your portfolio ready
Okay.
already, and then yeah, you turn up. Wear something nice.
Right.
That showcases your body, of course, your
Okay.
figure, and then you will need to wear a pair of heels and walk. They want to
Okay.
see how you walk, and they'll also check how you talk.
So this is the very first
Yes,
first one.
the first one.
So this is the
Walk
one.
and talk.
So this is the one that you say that
Yeah,
afterward, this I could do this, right?
yeah, maybe yes.
Because of the others.
No, the thing is, I saw people who've got experience
Okay.
doing it. So I'm like, I don't have much experience, and I'm not that far off. So
Okay.
maybe if I work hard, I might, come up to their level or even better.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? It's the
Mhm.
working hard part, right? And this is
Yes.
what the hustle is all about. And obviously you can talk, right? Yeah. So then after that, what happened?
After that, you'll receive a phone call whether you get selected
Okay.
or not, shortlisted.
How many got shortlisted?
I
Do you
think
know?
like about 13 of us,
1-3.
1-3
Okay.
finalists. Yeah,
But I'm sure there's like a
maybe
few
yeah.
hundreds who applied.
I really don't know. Maybe yeah.
Yeah. So 13 got in.
Mm.
And first up, right? Any objections from your family, your friends, or whatever? Family, friends.
My
No?
friends know. My mom wasn't really keen onto
Okay.
it because
Yeah.
my mom is quite traditional,
Okay.
unlike my dad. Complete opposites.
I got it with the God.
Yeah.
It's God's message.
So I didn't bother updating them at all
Okay.
until
You didn't tell them.
I didn't tell them till I was midway
Midway of what?
of the competition.
They didn't know.
They
Okay.
didn't know.
Right.
And even during my finals, I didn't invite them. Because I
But
told them, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I told them, don't waste your time. I'm not gonna win.
Okay. Right. So and then the 13, right?
Mm.
That is the main.
Yeah,
the main.
from then on, once you get shortlisted, you're like the finalist.
Yeah.
You'll have, I think it's a duration of 2 months training where you
Okay.
go on a weekly basis. They teach you how to catwalk,
Yeah.
how to move, how to talk, how to make up, dress up, and all of that. So that's the whole thing.
So
training.
these people who does the training and
Mhm.
stuff, they are in the media. They
Yes,
are. Yeah?
yes.
Any famous people?
Fortunately for my year, we had Ines Legrand. She was the former national director for Miss Universe Japan,
Okay.
and she even produced a winner who won the Miss Universe itself.
Right.
I
Right.
think I forgot her Rio. I think that's
Okay.
her name. Yeah, so she was in Singapore, and then we
Okay.
got her on board to help us with the team, and she's also connected to the national costume designer Alejandro.
Okay.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so I felt like my year after I won, I was lucky and fortunate to have a team helping me preparing
Right. Right.
all of this. But because I believe the past years they didn't really had a good team doing this,
Yeah.
so maybe that also helped with the coverage for me from magazines and all of the
Yes. 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 Now
sources.
we will talk about what goes on in the pageant in a bit, right? But what was it like when you were announced as the winner? Anyone with you during that batch who's still like your friends or anyone who's made it in the acting?
Well,
or-
after the first few years, I kept in touch with a few of them, and then now not really.
Right.
I think life got too busy for me, and I just neglected all of my friends.
Thank you very much. Now, give me tell me what are the differences, right, between the Singapore one and when you went up there, the competition. right? What was the difference like? What was the main difference in terms of the competition?
I think the difference is everyone there is prepared as hell, right?
Right.
Yeah, you have such a strong team of
Yeah.
people rooting for them from each
Right.
of their countries. And that is like everyone is just fighting for the crown.
Because it's the full on, it's
Yes,
game on.
it's full on. Exactly, it's game on. And but there were 88 girls in my year.
Yeah.
And you roughly know which are the ones who are always being showcased on
Alright.
television. So you kind of know the popular countries. So these are the ones who will be extra competitive compared to the others.
When you won it, right, for Singapore, as in in Singapore, what was it like in terms of expectations, right? How did you feel representing your nation?
I felt really proud and honored to have represented my country, of course. I mean, not everyone gets this opportunity to go overseas wearing a flag and all of that.
Yeah.
But I was also very realistic about what was going to happen, you know?
Okay.
I know coming from a country like Singapore, we haven't been placed, or we have never, I think once when we were.
I think you finished 9th.
Yes. So the odds of winning the crown or getting placement top 15 was really low, and I was well aware of that.
Right.
But despite that, I told myself, like, I'm just going to go there and give my best for whatever that I need to do.
Yeah.
And of course, looking forward to meet the other girls and make friends with them. These two was just on my mind. So when it comes to, like, you during the competition itself, there were so many occasions where we are waiting for rehearsals, this and that. You will see that the media is only going to this certain group of, like the South Americans and stuff. So I shouldn't be disappointed, like, oh my God, why are they not interviewing? I should be able to expect that I'm not going to get those interviews. Yeah, so.
How long did you get before you actually went to the main competition? After winning in Singapore, how long roughly did you then, what was the preparation period?
I think about 2 months, not much actually.
Well, that's not.
And it's the same for all other countries. Not much timing at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is like full on training as well. You gotta quit your job. Did you?
Yeah, eventually I did. Eventually, I couldn't keep up with the timings and stuff.
Right. So it was really. It could be mentally draining as well, right?
It can be, but like I said, I had a team which supported me. That helped a lot. Although I felt like I was in a position to learn a lot of things in a very short time, short span.
Right.
So that was it was taxing to a certain extent, but I think I handled it pretty well.
Nice. Now, preparations done and dusted, right? But there were talks in the media. You talked about placement just now, right? There were talks in the media that after a very long time, this could be the year that, Singapore could be placed, it maybe be in the semifinals or what have you, right? So I'm sure you read those reports.
I did. I was in, I remember I was at the rehearsals and I received these articles and I was like, hey, these people are going crazy.
Why do you think they said so? There must be a reason. There must be a reason why.
Well, I haven't.
Without being, you don't have to be humble about it. Just say.
No, honestly, well, first of all, I think it was quite refreshing to see, like an Indian winning.
Yeah.
After all these years, because I think a decade before, it's always been a Chinese winner.
Yeah.
So that was also, for the most part, that was mentioned consistently in most of the articles, right? So that is one. And I think the fact that I wasn't the conventional beauty queen, I hate to use the term beauty queen, but whatever.
Explain it.
No, but like I ride a bike and I have a very normal job, I felt like...
What jobs did the other girls have? Like what?
I don't know. I mean, usually they are like super smart and all of that. I'm just average. I felt like I was super average and maybe that stood out.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So was there pressure after reading all this stuff about you? Like you could be placed. Was there any pressure?
No, zero pressure.
You don't
like I said, I was just too cool and calm about it. And being in amidst like these 88 girls, you just know what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen. You even know who's gonna win, right?
Okay.
So on that account, I was just chilling. I was enjoying myself.
That's good, right? Because when there's no pressure, you can actually be more of yourself.
Yes.
Tell me about Miami. How was the whole, everything?
I know. I was there for a month. The entire competition. I was there. In fact, I reached there about a week before just to get my national costume done and all of that. So 1 week was fun,
Yeah.
the pre preparations, and then when I arrived in Miami, it was just really every day we had things to do.
Yeah.
Um, you have to wake up as early as 7
Okay.
or maybe even 6, get ready. I mean, it's ridiculous when I think about it. It's a beauty competition. What are you expected to look beautiful 24/7, right? And the beautiful I'm gonna quote this, is obviously with makeup. You gotta look all dolled up. So imagine waking up at 6 a.m. and putting makeup on, full on makeup, just to go and have breakfast.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Right.
So it's like that. I mean,
because the media is there and everyone's
yes,
there, right?
yes. And as much as we have to feel comfortable in our own skin and all of that, in such competitions, you are full on blast with makeup and hair and all. So I found that a little bit hilarious when I think about it now. But it was like that every day. Food wise, I mean, no restrictions. There was always a buffet for you to eat. So I wasn't starving myself or anything, although I felt like I was so much skinnier back then. I've gained at least 10 kilos now over the last 5 years.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great when you have good friends. I was very close with Miss South Africa, Zina. So I was with her 24. So it's really fun when you have nice company.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a competition.
So it was for about a month or so?
Yeah, 1 month.
Right. And made lots of friends, I'm sure.
Yes. We are still in contact even till today.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
That's great. So the spotlight was always around you girls, from breakfast till you go to sleep.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And it's pretty tiring as well, right? To do this.
But at some point you get used to it. No? Yeah.
And then you just roll on with it.
Yes.
Now, Donald Trump. Did I hear that right? Did you like take a selfie?
My selfie is real, guys. My selfie is real. I don't know why when I show it. You know, when he became the president, the first thing I did was I scrolled all the way down to get the picture, screenshot from my Instagram, and I was showing my friends. See, I took picture with
the president.
And no one believed me.
You photoshopped it.
No, I don't know why it looked photoshopped, but it's real. It was during we were playing golf, some fun activities we had, and he popped by and everyone was taking a selfie with him, and I thought I should just do it as well.
Right.
I'm glad I did.
What was the experience like? Yeah, obviously you didn't know he was going to be,
Well, he was very much like a guest. He'll just pop here and there.
Okay.
We didn't really get a chance to interact with him.
He wasn't one of the judges, right?
He was, yeah. Eventually he was, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he owned the Miss Universe back then.
So listeners, we got that out of the way. She did take a photograph with Donald Trump, a selfie. Brilliant. Now this is the most interesting part as well, right? Things that I want to know, listeners would want to know as well. Things that went on in the pageant, and maybe clear some misconceptions as well, right? Was the winner already known, more or less, without saying
I would say at least my year there were a number of underdogs,
Okay.
Well, oh my god, this is difficult. To be honest, I didn't know that Miss Colombia was gonna win, and she was the winner for my year. It wasn't obvious, but we knew that she was a very strong contender, obviously because she comes from Colombia.
Right.
So the top 5. You can guess the top.
So the top 5 would be, even as we speak right now, the next one, the next
Probably,
5 semifinal would be Colombia, Venezuela.
Of course.
What else? Come on, what else?
I don't know. Is USA?
USA, okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
And I haven't been keeping up.
India here and there. India sometimes might pop in
India
there.
will definitely be placed top 15 for sure.
For sure.
Yes.
So this is all because you could tell from cameras,
From the media,
from the
yes.
media as well. Okay.
I mean, yeah, but Netherlands and Jamaica from my year was like, that was a surprise.
As in surprise
top
place.
5, yes.
Right. Okay. Nice. Any backbiting, bitching going on?
You mean the national or the international?
Both. Both.
Well,
not
let me
letting you
just
off.
let me just talk about the one in Singapore itself, right?
Okay.
So I heard that from my very close friend. When I won, a lot of people some of the girls were not really happy,
Okay.
and made some not great comments.
Okay.
I would say a little bit of racist remarks.
Right.
Like one of the girl, I think she just clearly wasn't expecting me to win, so she made a remark like, "Oh, that Indian bee
All right.
asterisk
Yeah.
won," you know. So
Okay.
instead of like putting it on me, it was like on my race. So
Yeah.
I found that a little bit
Okay.
disturbing, but I just brushed it off.
Okay.
But apart from that, I think people were having fun with just having the fame of being a finalist.
Okay.
So that's for the national. The international one, maybe a little bit more intense. But the good thing is we don't know some of their languages. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
Even
so-
if the
yeah, but you can just see, like, you know, during photo shoots, you have 88 girls in front of the camera. Everyone is just rushing just to be in the
Ah.
center,
Okay.
right? So that was the most part. You can see, like, people like pushing you just to get into the front of the camera.
So it isn't that obvious in terms of the mouthing off and
No,
all
yeah.
that. Okay, nice. That I posted a Instagram story and I think you shared
Yes,
that as
yes.
well, right? And I got some questions from people and
Okay.
I did get some questions, right? One of it was about the eating part, right? So when you go to pageants, you said it right. There's buffet and stuff, right? So what do you eat? There's buffet. So when it's lunchtime, buffet. Breakfast, it's buffet. So everything
Yeah,
is
sometimes we go to restaurants, but no, we don't get stuffed.
okay.
Not at all. And even the buffet and all, it's really clean, healthy food.
Right.
So it's not like
But you
we
still
want-
can but
in terms of quantity, yeah, you can eat as much as you
that's
want.
what I was wondering.
Yes.
You can ask me to go to a buffet and you tell me and there's all healthy food. I'll still eat
I
but-
know.
a lot, right? So you girls, they don't care. As in like you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah, there no restrictions at all.
Right.
You just eat whatever you want and you decide for yourself. I mean, if you're national director at home, back at home, just
Yeah.
like what is your weight now, you know, things like that, then
Ah.
that's a different
Did
story.
you get that? Like your
No. My national director was pretty cool.
who's the
She,
director by the way?
Singapore, yeah,
Yeah.
Penelope.
So did she?
She came for the
travel-
finals,
right,
yes.
Right, okay. Very interesting. So you get to eat whatever you want.
And however much you want.
Exactly. Did you?
Um,
But you could afford to then, as well.
yeah,
Right.
well, I was told to lose weight though
By
before
who?
by my by the team that I was working
Okay,
with. So
okay.
she said, like, I mean, they decided that I should just size down a little bit.
Okay.
I should tone up more, work out and stuff like that. And before that, I wasn't working out
Okay.
at all, just like running, jogging, those
Okay.
kind of. So I did, yeah. So they decided that I should scale down a little bit,
Okay.
and that was, I mean, it was not drastic,
Right.
but you know, I mean, like what, we are there for a reason,
Yes.
right? So maybe the food part is not so crucial, but I would definitely say that the girls were not starving, only because, you know, we have got long days.
Yeah.
I mean, our days start really early and then end late,
Yeah.
so we need energy to survive.
I think at the end of the day, it's about discipline as well, right?
Yes.
I mean, you know yourself what to do and what to eat and how much to eat. Now we got to talk about national costumes, man,
Mm.
because my opinion, right? I don't care about what people say, and obviously you have your opinions as well. There has been some horrendous costumes over the years, and really that's only my opinion, right? It's my
Yes,
opinion.
yes,
It's my
okay.
show, right? I don't care. There has been some ridiculous costumes along the way, right? And it's not because you are here.
Mm-mm.
I gotta say, right, yours was one of the better ones, seriously, and it was designed by Venezuelan, right? Alejandro
Yes.
Fajardo Diaz.
Yes, oh my god, he's a sweetheart.
I like to say that again because that sounds nice, right? Alejandro Fajardo Diaz. I love saying that. I can say that over and over again. It's beautiful, right? The name's beautiful, right? But I know he's beautiful as well. Now, what was how did he like first
He's a friend of Ines, who was
Okay,
training me,
yes.
right? So that was great. Like, she
Yes.
got an amazing designer, so he designed my costume, and I fell in love with that at first sight.
Okay.
I had to do the fittings in Singapore and
Right.
send it there, so it was a little bit because it needed time to produce
Okay.
the costume.
Okay.
So eventually when I arrived, it was a perfect fit.
Yeah.
But I must say, guys, it's like really, really, really heavy.
Heavy
Super heavy.
because of the material or
Yes,
the
the
thing
ma-
on the back. The
The-
was it the stars, right?
Yeah. And even the evening gown, have you taken a look at that? The red one? The red
The
evening
red one,
gown?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
he's,
yes.
he's the same designer, so he
Okay,
designed
okay.
both. But yeah, this one, the inspiration was obviously our flag,
Yeah.
right? The stars, the moon, the crescent.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like it had so much of the Victoria's Secret vibe,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. With the boots, the high boots, right?
I know,
Yeah.
yes, and she's they're very into high fashion, so they tried to
Okay.
put it into the national costume, which was great. Perfect fit as well. Although I felt like now when I think about it, if I had been a little bit bigger, I would have looked nicer because I was
Okay.
quite skinny,
Right.
right? But that was the requirement of the competition, you know.
Okay.
So Miss Universe is very much like, it's different from Miss World.
Okay.
Miss Universe is it's a very Barbie doll prototype, while Miss Universe is more of like I think it's more charity focused.
Miss Universe is more.
No, Miss Universe is very Miss World, sorry.
Yeah.
Miss Universe is very glamorous.
Right,
It's
right,
all the
right,
glam.
right. Miss
right?
World is more to the charity side.
Yes, it's
okay,
more of like,
understand.
yes, it's two different
Right.
prototypes of the competition itself. So yeah, you need to be a little bit more dramatic, flamboyant with the
okay.
national costumes and stuff.
Probably
and I
fit you
think-
well as well, right? The flamboyance, the energy.
Well, I
yeah.
think I carried it pretty well. I
Right.
felt I did justice to it.
Do you have the can you say no? I don't like this costume.
Oh my god! Oh well.
No, as in like during the. No,
Well,
right?
I mean, I can, but then they'd be like, "So, do you have anything else?"
But nobody has done that.
I know,
I'm
yeah.
sure nobody has done that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is the next question I want to ask you, right? What is your opinion on all those diabolical ones? Come
No
on,
comments.
seriously. No, seriously.
No, I get what you're saying. Well, I felt like the designers tried their best.
Oh,
So-
this is a Miss Universe answer.
Oh yeah, it is. No, but listen, it's not like, I'm sure they're all doing it out of their own hard work, and some of these are like, they're not paid. You know, it's sponsored, right? They got to do it out of their own pocket.
As in the designers.
Yeah, the designers. Yeah, so everything is working on sponsorship base, unfortunately. So because of that, I just felt like maybe a bigger team working on each national costume would have made a lot of difference.
Yeah, with more ideas.
Exactly,
yeah.
like you know, rather than like, I don't know, maybe a one-man show or things like that.
So you agreeing with me in a way.
Well, I do
That there was some.
I do agree that we could have done way better. We could have had way more support
Yes.
for these girls. I mean, there's only one girl representing the country. How many designers do we have?
And because and it's not their fault, as in the beauty the ladies' fault, right? Because they had
Of
they had
course,
to
no,
wear it,
they have
and,
no choice.
and I pity the your friend. What's her name? The one where you went with on the recent show with KP. What's his name? What's her name?
Zara?
Yes, hers was Zara. I'm sorry. Yours was bad. The one where it opened up and there was Trump and the.
I know. Oh my god.
Okay.
I wasn't keeping up with who designed or where
No,
the costume
I'm not
came
even.
from, but
It's
but I get what you mean. I think it was just like, I know they're trying to put ideas across, but it's still a dress. It's still a costume, right?
yeah.
And it's still on a woman. It should look beautiful and elegant and not anything else.
Okay, we move on, right?
Yeah, Sasha is very
I get angry.
affected now.
Yeah, I get angry with this, especially with the one with Zara's one. That is. Sorry, Zara. Now this is the time, right? You allay all misconceptions about pageants, right? Like the Miss Universe and Miss World, even, right? Or things that you also agree with. You might agree with, right? There are some myths that you might want to allay. Beauty queens are not smart. They are bimbos. What do you,
Really now? Whoever said that?
come on. What do you have to say about that?
No, I think being a smart or being a bimbo has nothing to do with the beauty pageant. You
Right.
can have a corporate job, or you can be any other profession, and that's still gonna be applicable to what you are as a person.
Spot on. They have to be skinny.
Well, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
It's changing. It's kind of evolving now, but yeah, there is a requirement in terms of industry standards.
In terms of weight, as in weight, like you have to be 50 kg for
No,
example,
no.
or in terms of the look itself.
In terms of the look.
So they don't weigh you like you
No,
know,
they
like,
don't weigh
yeah,
you, no.
right. You have to look perfect all the time. I think you answered that in a way with the waking up and putting on the makeup. Do you have to look perfect all the time?
You have to look glammed up, yeah.
At the pageant, yes, right? But how about outside? In when you have to
I
portray
think
a certain
you're
kind of
not
image.
perfect, just presentable.
Yeah?
Yeah, just like anyone else. I feel everyone should look presentable when they are outside, when they step out of their house.
Okay. Now this one I got from an article, right? Now pageants devalue feminism with the emphasis on vanity in order to gain approval from people. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I definitely disagree with that statement.
Okay.
But having said that, I feel like it really depends on the person who's joining the competition. What is their intention?
Right.
Intention is everything for me.
Okay.
So yeah, it depends on what. If you are joining the competition because you want fame for yourself, then maybe this statement holds true.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you have intention to reach out for a larger purpose in life, to connect with people with what you have and what you can share, then of course it is for a good purpose.
That's a good thing. What you just said, right? So did you have like a purpose? Not when you were doing it locally, right?
Yeah.
But when you started going on, looking at people and with the whole experience, right? Did you have like that sense of purpose when you were doing it in Miami? Did you feel?
Maybe not even at Miami, not yet. I was still indulge in the competition and what I have to do when I get back and things like that, the technical aspect of it or whatever you call it. But yeah, a couple of years down the road after that whole competition, I realized that I feel like my calling is to just help women in general build their confidence, and that's also the path that I took towards fitness.
Okay, nice. You know that question, right, could have just been in I feel like I was the one asking the question to Miss Universe. Finally. And the answer was great as well. Now, the biggest lesson that you took with you in the whole experience in Miss Universe, what do you think was that?
Oh, the biggest lesson is definitely to stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you will meet so many people
Yeah.
in this industry who has got a lot of things to say, and this comes from like fans, from keyboard warriors to people you work with, you know, or share close relationships with.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of things to say. I mean, their guidance is important because, you know, if you are, especially for me with not much of an experience and all of that, and I'm here to learn, right? I appreciate the guidance, but I do not appreciate people making decisions for me. So that was something that I was very strong about right from the beginning till today, and it will always be.
Beautiful. Very nice. Nicely said. Now, post Miss Universe, right, after coming back and all, what were the obligations, right? Because like as in, you know, we don't know, right? People at home don't know that okay, you just finished. You go back and then you go back to your normal routine. So what is that?
So
do you have to sign a contract?
you'll have to reign for a year, 1 year.
Yeah.
In that 1 year you will be doing like mostly fashion related stuff. I
Okay.
was contracted to an agency, a modeling agency, so I was doing that for full time.
So you are paid for it's a
Yes.
monthly or it's based on projects?
Based on projects.
Right. Okay.
So you are still allowed to do your full time job if you can
Oh, wow.
manage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you open up kind of a lot of doors.
A
didn't
lot
you?
of doors towards fashion related.
Yeah. And what are the just give me examples of, you know, projects that you worked on or magazines that you worked on.
I guess my most memorable one would be being on the cover of Elle magazine.
Nice.
That was my first cover, and then I had few others. Nylon, Women's Weekly, a lot of coverage in editorials, and I liked that a lot because it was always featuring me as a personality and not just how I look.
Yeah.
But then of course you do have the normal modeling assignments.
Yeah.
Did so many shows as well.
Do you have to support any movements? Like, I don't know.
I had to when I was doing the competition, which I was with Animal Lovers League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a volunteer there for a year.
Right. So you actually went over to Milan on your own. You decided to like.
Well, I was scouted by an agency in Milan,
Right.
and then I decided to give it a try.
Okay.
I was there for 3 months. It was great. It was my first time actually being away from my family just by myself, and I appreciate that quite a bit.
Why?
I like being independent, and
Okay.
I feel like it didn't really allow me to, because I'm so, like I mentioned, I'm very close knitted with my family.
Yeah.
So the interaction on a daily basis and all. So that when I was in Milan by myself, it was very refreshing.
Okay.
The modeling industry there is so different from here. Okay, so I'll just give you an example. Here, if I'm going for a casting for a job, there will be at most, if it's a good casting, maybe 20 models
Okay.
fighting for that one or two
Right.
spot to be selected. In Milan, it was a culture shock for me. So I went in and there were 300 people.
300 for one role.
Yeah. Oh my god, and it was like that for all of the jobs that I went. I mean, sometimes it's not just one. Sometimes you're doing a show, so you need like.
So what do you do when you don't get it? Do you move on to the next casting?
Yeah, I mean, one day you have 7 or 8
Ah.
castings. Right, yeah.
How many would you land then? Did you like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
I
that
did,
3
I
months?
did. There is, I forgot this term. Oh my god, I can't remember.
In Italian.
No. So, it's called showroom modeling, I think.
Okay.
So it's like, so I was lucky that I got that for at least a month. So I
Yeah.
was like entirely just going to the showroom. So
Okay.
I went to this Valentine, this brand. So you have to be there like from 8 to 5 or 8 to 4, and then whichever client that comes in, they will want to see you in those outfits. But we don't have that. We don't have such showrooms
Yeah.
in Singapore. So that was refreshing. I
Okay.
didn't know they
Yes,
had
yes.
it there in Europe. In Europe, generally they have. So you have it for like big brands as well. And then of course you have Fashion Week. Fashion Week pays the lowest, by the way.
Was it?
And I mean, we all think it's glamorous and all, so it's no. But yeah, like showroom modeling pays way, way, way more than
Ah,
normal. Like the more glam it looks, the not so.
well paid you are.
Yeah, and even when you compare fashion modeling to commercial modeling, commercial pays way more, even in Singapore, anywhere else.
Ah, okay. Something you didn't know, right?
Yes.
So apart from that, well, how is Italy? I would love to be there, man. I haven't been to Italy.
Yeah,
It's-
okay, you must.
Yeah.
I was eating this thing called spontini every day. Like every day I was eating that. It's basically
Why?
pizza.
Right, okay.
Because I kept telling myself, I don't know when I'm gonna come back here. I'm just gonna eat it every
Why is that good?
It's that good.
It's
It's
like
like
a
a
pizza.
very, very thick pizza.
Okay.
But it's only tomato and cheese. So it's
Okay.
vegetarian.
Ah,
But it was so amazing.
spontini.
Spontini, yes.
Yeah.
So I had that every day. And then all the guys there
Every
are-
day for 3 months.
Yes, I really did that.
Okay.
And then the guys there are beautiful.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I walked into the metro on the first day, and then I looked around and I was like, oh my god,
Everyone's like that.
everyone's like that.
Okay. Nice.
But yeah, I mean,
That's
I
not
loved
helping. That's like not helping people like me because you. Right. Okay. Never mind. Fine.
Oh, the girls are beautiful as
Okay.
well.
Thank you. Yeah, and yeah. So it is a beautiful country.
It
isn't
is a very
Yeah.
beautiful country, yes.
Right.
The people are very nice as well, although
Yeah.
they don't speak English.
Not even a little bit.
Not so much. They are more like you gotta speak my language.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Understand. Did you then pick up quite a lot
Not really.
for 3 months, right?
I know.
How
no.
did you manage to like move around, man?
Well, the people I worked with were not bad. They could
Okay.
speak English, but like I
But
got
they are
lost.
Italians.
I got
But they
yeah
are Italians, right?
Italians.
Yeah.
I got lost many times because of directions.
Ah.
Like that was a struggle, and I was
Okay.
not so great with Google Maps as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Um, right now, right? Are you obviously with your fitness stuff and all? Are you into doing lots of modeling as well, or really just it's dead?
Well, no, I wouldn't say dead, but it's just on the side. If I have time, I'll do it, but low priority at the moment.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like ever since I made a transition to the fitness industry, my body has obviously changed.
Yeah.
That was also one of the issues I had with my previous agency. He told my boss sat me down and told me, like, it seems like you are starting to work out and you're getting a little bit bigger and more toned,
Yeah.
and it might not necessarily work for the agency because we probably need skinny models. And I was like, okay, bye.
So after that like 1 year period of your
Yeah.
reign, that's over and done with.
Mm-hmm.
Then you went to Italy. So you are just on your own after that. You can do whatever you want after that 1 year.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So you are like let or cut loose, so to speak.
Yeah, unless you are contracted to an agency.
Yeah.
If you are full time with an agency.
But even then, it's on your own because you are contracted to that agency, right?
Yeah, depends on the clause as well
Okay.
of the contract.
Nice. I'm gonna before we move on to the next part,
Mhm.
right, about personal training. These are the responses, a few responses,
Okay.
right? I think it's Zadvinda. I don't know whether you know her.
Okay, no, maybe not.
What does she eat in a typical day to stay fit? That's one, right?
Yes, okay.
Okay, we answer that later.
Mm.
Should girls want to participate in pageants, trying to lose weight and stuff? Should they be joining pageants?
Well, this depends on what is it in for you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't be a plus size model and wanting to do fashion week. It doesn't work for, like, I'm
Okay.
talking about industry standards. You need
Okay.
to know your forte.
Right.
And if I'm 160 cm, I can't, okay, maybe 150, right? If I'm shorter, I can't, want to be on a Victoria's Secret stage. It's just not gonna work out. So
What's
you need to know.
your height? If I cannot.
I'm 174.
174, right?
Yeah, so you need to understand what your strengths are, and like how much you can actually do well in the industry, and then
Yeah.
based on that, you see if there's a
Okay.
need to lose weight, then why not?
Right. There's this guy. I don't know whether you know him. Miles Away Nair. Is Rathi married yet? Please say no. Give me chance, yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm looking for a husband, so please let me know.
There you go, Miles. Okay, this one I must ask, right? You know who's KP Sandhu, right?
Yes, KP, yes, I've been on his show as well.
Right, I saw that one. I was on his show as well. This is his question for you, right? Ask her what she thinks of me.
Oh my god. KP, why do you have to do this now?
KP asked this question. Ask her what she thinks of me.
KP, I think you are very charming, and we should keep this off record.
There you go, KP. You heard it, right? Nice. Now, let's move on to your transition to becoming a personal trainer, or why? How come? Like, I said this before the show. Okay, we were having a chat, and I haven't seen any beauty queen making that transition to becoming a personal trainer and working in the gym and working out and stuff like that full time.
Mm-mm.
Right? Why and how come?
Well, again, I feel it's by chance. My first class with F45, I enjoyed how much I suffered.
As in, you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
a
I was a
client,
client.
right?
Yes,
Right.
I was a client.
Okay.
I realized where I stood in terms of fitness level, cardio endurance, and all of that. And I told myself, like, I need to do something about it. And I signed up for the membership, and I loved the process of getting fit. Like, there's so much of effort, discipline, motivation, and all these are like on a daily basis. And I saw the transition in myself, and I felt like, I want to do this more. So I took my cert, learned about it, and then I applied for the job. I got it, and ever since then, it's just been trying to do my best for my clients.
When was this the first when you decided? 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
And you did your cert from where?
I've got A's.
Yeah.
And I started off actually with FIC, Fitness Instructor course,
Right.
because I really wanted that school curriculum thing
Okay.
going. A's is very
Yeah.
independent learning, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted that school that both hands, the physical,
Yeah.
the practical aspect as well as the theory. So that was a really good start.
Right. And I know what you mean as well, and I'm biased because I'm from the sports industry as well, and you can feel the transformation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the best part is the transformation doesn't come overnight. It takes a long time to see progress even.
Right.
But the fact that you require so much of discipline and motivation, that was something I love being in this industry.
Yeah. Not gonna give it up.
No.
I think you said this right. It becomes an everyday thing. It becomes a routine. It becomes a lifestyle.
Yes.
Lifestyle. And you just going on with it, and it's good because I see you almost every day on Instagram doing your weights and stuff. It's great. And what do you have to say to women? And I say this to all my students, the ladies. I'm talking about the ladies,
yes,
right?
Okay.
My students in the ITE, and I tell them, right, weights won't do you any harm. Lifting weights, I mean, because they have this misconception that will make them gain I don't know, whatever, you
Yeah.
know. What do you have to say to this, to women in general? Weights, about
I
weights.
say this to my clients as well, you know. The first question they ask is like, you know, I want to lose weight, but if I am going to lift weights, am I going to start becoming bulky?
Yeah.
Am I going to start looking like a man? And
Yeah.
then I look at them and I'm like, I've been trying so hard. It's just not happening.
What, trying to become a man?
No, like trying to you know, look masculine or anything like that. I'm trying to tell them that it is so hard. First of all, the way we are designed our bodies, it's so difficult to get
Yeah.
masculine. You need to do a lot, and you need to really lift heavy, you know. Just lifting your 3-4 kilo dumbbells is not going to do you anything, but in fact it's just going to do you good in terms of weight loss, because that's going to continue burn calories compared to just a normal cardio session. So yeah, but I can see that, like, even from my clients, things are changing. They're becoming more aware.
Beautiful. And you are, sorry, I think you didn't mention this. So you are working at?
I'm working at F45.
Yes, F45. And you manage the two.
Yeah, both two outlets, Alexandra as well as Balestia.
So there are no walk-ins, right? They are just membership based, or there are walk-ins?
Yes, no walk-ins.
Right.
Trial and then membership based.
Right. Listeners, if you want to sign up,
yes.
which
Alexandra.
selling it for you, you know. Alexandra and
my bosses will be very happy.
Alexandra and
Balestia.
right. Alexandra and Balestier F45. Go and meet Rathi Menon. Sign up and she will kick your ass. It's a group kind of
group class.
Yeah, group classes.
Yes,
so what
very
kind of what kind of stuff do you do?
We
to
do
kill them?
everything. We do everything. We have both strength and cardio classes, but everything is functional movement, so it's great.
Right. By the way, I'm not working for F45. Okay, just so that you guys know, right? Rathi, up close and personal now, right? And there are a few questions you gotta answer.
Okay.
10, I think there are 10 questions. I think, right? So just it's easy for you, I think. You know, your character, your flamboyance, and what have you. Number 1, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Favorite movie?
The American Psycho.
The American Psycho with Bale.
Yes.
Wow, great movie, man. Great movie. Favorite actor?
Denzel Washington.
Lovely. Actress?
Nicole Kidman.
Okay. Hrithik Roshan or Shah Rukh Khan?
Oh my God, Hrithik Roshan.
KP. God. You know about KP's with Shah Rukh Khan? Yeah. KP, sorry. Favorite food?
Pizza, pasta.
Yeah?
Yes.
Favorite drinks?
Water.
The alcohol kind?
No.
Okay. The worst rumor you've heard about yourself?
I'm a porn star. Oh my
From
God.
some, as in the rumor came from someone you know, like.
No, just random, like on Instagram, the crazy messages that you get on your DM.
Oh, on your
your DM, yeah.
They actually do that, huh?
Oh my God.
Why? What? Like it is so.
I should do a show on that.
So do you like reply?
No, I don't.
Oh, this is what I wanted to know
I mean,
as well.
it's usually guys really sending really lame stuff, and sometimes I even get pictures from them.
Okay. I saw the recent one that you posted the food, something about, I don't know.
Oh yeah, someone commented on my Instagram saying that, oh, the way you're working out doesn't show in the way you look.
Okay.
Maybe you should watch your diet.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a good comment to share. I'm like, I mean, social media, I just don't like it when people abuse.
Yeah.
And it's not a great comment for anyone. I don't care about me, but for anyone to receive. Yeah.
Exactly. It's so easy to type, right?
I know, yes.
Without actually doing and going out to work out, right? Don't worry, Rathi, keep on eating your pizzas and idlis and dosas and whatever, right? The 3 best attributes of Rathi Menon.
Okay. I am. Oh my God, I'm friendly.
Okay.
I like to believe I'm humble.
Okay.
And I am crazy.
Okay. Humble, crazy, and what's the first one?
Friendly.
Friendly. Okay. I can see that. 3 things you look for in men. Three things.
3. Wow, I look for 10 things. Okay, let's just start with the first 3.
The best 3.
I need respect.
Okay.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
And humbleness.
3 things you hate about men.
Oh
This
my
will be
God.
easy, right?
I hate when they show off their looks or their money,
Okay.
right?
That's one.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, that's one.
And then having like low integrity.
Like what?
I don't know, just like as a human being themselves,
okay.
right?
Okay.
And then I hate a man when he doesn't like animals.
Okay. I mean, that's quite
Yeah.
obvious, right? Because you love
Yes.
animals. Great. 3 things you don't like about Rathi Menon.
Oh my God. I can be a emotional piece of, at
Right,
times.
right. See, I'm helping you
So
out.
I feel like I should just keep my emotions in check
Okay.
most times. So that's the first.
No, what kind of as in like when you get angry or when you get sad? What is it like?
Like I feel like I feel too much. So let's say I'm with a guy.
Okay.
He might not be so into me, but then I'm all into it.
So you want to keep that emotions in check.
But that usually doesn't happen that way. It's the reverse. No,
You,
but I
as if
feel
you don't like you don't like the guy, but the guy. Okay, fair enough.
But no, that's just an example. I feel like I feel too much about a lot of things. Even when I listen to like a song,
Right.
an emotional song, I'll be thinking about a non-existent boyfriend, and I've already broken up with him.
Okay.
So that's the first.
Right.
Second, I feel I should be a little bit more disciplined
In terms of.
in terms of my lifestyle. Sometimes with food, I can just go crazy. So that one, if I
So
keep
you're
it-
a foodie.
I am for sure.
So besides pizza, what do you like?
I like Indian food, like dosa, idli,
Yeah.
like high carbs.
Okay. Okay.
Cheese, I love cheese.
Right.
Yes. So that's the discipline. I need to work on it. And then number 3, I'm oh my God, I hate to say this, but I'm a great procrastinator.
Ah.
Yes.
Right. In terms of like
Just
anything.
getting things done, yeah.
Okay.
It's always putting on hold and
Right.
yeah.
That's it. So it's quite easy, right?
Yeah.
That's 10 questions. Obviously, with certain questions with 3 choices and stuff like that. Now, if you don't already haven't already realized, right,
Mm-hmm.
by now, right, those questions,
What?
the questions could help you get hooked up with a guy.
No, it doesn't happen that way, okay?
No, but
They'll-
people get to know more about you.
No,
and,
but nowadays they'll pretend and then they'll come and appear, and then after that 6 months later you realize it's not what it is.
Fair enough. Right. So anyway, yeah, that was great. That was great, right? Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years, Rathi? Do you have a set target?
Well, I have been thinking about this lately. I mean, I don't really have a set
You
target.
sound serious.
Do but I do know that I want to continue doing what I'm doing, and hopefully I'll find my Prince Charming and
Okay.
settle down maybe in 20 years time. But for the next
What?
10 years, I want to continue in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's good. That's good. Any advice for young women out there? Thinking of joining a Miss World or Miss Universe or whatever, or even having low self-esteem or
Mhm.
whatever, right? So, any advice for them?
I mean, if it's anything related to the competition, I would suggest to not even think about it, but just sign up, like what I did, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. I just decided to send in my application, and then I got it, and from there you progress. I feel like if you spend too much of time thinking about it and all of that, you might just end up changing your mind. So just surprise yourself, go
Yeah.
for it. But in general, for someone who doesn't have a great self-esteem or low confidence, I feel like you should just spend a lot of time with yourself, learning about yourself and loving yourself. I
Yeah.
feel the time you spend with yourself is so crucial.
Yeah.
And it also helps you discover yourself and also heal if you have any
Yeah.
things that you need to heal from. So always allocate time to just spend with yourself and understand your purpose on this planet Earth. You know, what is it that you want to do? I'm sure it's just beyond your work, your family, and all. What do you want to achieve for yourself, and how you want to share it with others?
Speaking of purpose, do you have a purpose? Like do you?
Well, I feel my purpose is to connect with women,
Yeah.
like what you just said, people who suffer from low self-confidence or low self-esteem. I feel like having been through all of these experiences in life and having been fortunate enough to be on both the international stage and, you know, although it's fashion related, I felt like I've learned a lot in terms of confidence building. And I've met so many women or even young girls who you know, they tell me really sweet stuff and aspire to be like me. I feel like I could just tell them that, you know, it's not about wanting to be me, because I would want you to be the best version of yourself, and you should understand. I mean, it's great that you're looking up to me.
That's pressure there.
No, but you should understand that it's way beyond. I mean, honestly, when sometimes when I get messages on Instagram or Facebook from these women who say that, you know, they look up to me, they want to be me and all of that, I feel like it's also what you see on Instagram, it's quite on the glam side, right? Of course, I'll just put that on my Instagram. But unless you connect really with me, you don't really know me. So if just seeing me and my great pictures of Instagram is inspiring you to be like me, then I feel like the intention is wrong.
Okay.
You know? So people should know what their intention is.
Right. But having said that, right, with your post and your exercise videos and whatever, even your modeling stuff and your presenting stuff, right, if that can actually inspire somebody and say, okay, she's working out, I'm going to do the same
the
thing.
working out part, of course.
Then, you know, I think that's great, because if you can inspire just one guy or one girl from just one video, right, and it will pick on, and I think that's great.
That's why I'm trying to do a lot more workout. I was, initially, when I was still like doing a lot more modeling, and I was just realized that I kept uploading pictures and it doesn't say much about it. And then recently, when I did a lot more workout videos, I felt like, okay, finally I'm using my Instagram for a better purpose, to connect with people.
Trust me, it does reach out, because, you know, I do workout videos as well, and then when some of my friends say, stop showing off because
Stop showing off
because it's not helping me, you know, and that kind of thing. And I said, actually that's the reason why I'm doing it, so that you can so that you can get off your ass and start doing, you know. So that, in a way, I'm happy, because, you know, you're looking at it and you're just saying that, you're just telling me you're lazy.
I know, but somewhere along the way it gets input in your mind, and then you will know that you need to do something about it.
So don't worry about videos. Your videos are great, right? So keep on posting and start inspiring people as well. You're doing a little bit of hosting now.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so I've just recently joined One Play Sports.
Yeah.
And right now the focus is on the SPL, which is starting in mid-March.
Yeah.
Right. So it's great that I'm going and meeting these teams, and to be very honest, I am also learning a lot about the SPL now. So it's great for me to see now this side of the sports, and meeting all these beautiful soccer players as well.
You have a penchant of calling guys beautiful.
That should be the way.
Okay, right. And good luck with that, because I think this is your first so-called presenting gig, you know. So that's great, you know.
It's a lot. It feels like, okay, I'm into this another transition where I gotta put in a lot of effort and work to learn about it, and I've not done presenting before, so this is new. I know I've got to work.
You never know, that could be the way to go for the next 10-20 years, you know. You could get better and then start doing, you know. So good luck with that.
Thank you.
Rathi Menon, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me on your show.
having you on the Silverfox Hustle Podcast, the very first beauty queen on the show. I'm very happy, and this was a great conversation, you know, and I think it can and it will inspire people who are listening to this as well. So thank you again, and good luck for your future plans and your plans to get hitched in the next 20 years. You said we'll see. This has been the Silverfox Hustle Podcast. This is episode number 38, by the way. And at the end of this podcast, please click on the follow and subscribe button. I want to hear what you say, and leave your comments as well. That would be great. And this will be out on YouTube as well. So if YouTube is your thing, go search for the Silverfox Hustle Podcast with Rathi Menon. Till the next episode, the hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle.
Yay!